Hey, Dr. Kevin Miller at Truth Family Chiropractic. Today, we're going to be talking about children, and especially those babies, and breastfeeding. Now, I'm a male. I have 3 kids. I obviously haven't breastfed, but I've watched my kids breastfeed from their mother. And the birth process is just amazing, how that innate intelligence between the baby and mom, you know, right after the birth, baby goes on mom's chest, and how that baby just attracts and just innately knows to go to mom's breast for that first feeding. But things can happen during that birth process. And I brought my daughter's doll here. During the birth process, what can happen is, if it's a regular vaginal birth, the skull bones can get squeezed up here. There can be rotation in that baby's neck like that, which can cause subluxation or nerve interference in that upper neck. C-section. So if it's a C-section, sometimes they gotta hook a vacuum up to that skull, pull that out, get the shoulders out. So there can be subluxation from day one neurologically. Okay, so why that's so important is the nerves in your upper neck, they control the muscles in the jaw, in the face, and then in the upper neck, those nerves control the sucking reflex, and that's very important. You know, if the baby's doesn't have that sucking reflex, it's not going to be able to get the milk out of the breast. If you look at the spine here, I want to give you some anatomy. So here's the back of the skull. There's that upper cervical, or the atlas, the 2 nerves that come out, and the brainstem is right in that area. And like I said, those cranial nerves control all the muscles in that jaw. Another thing that can happen is torticollis. So the range of motion in that neck doesn't move as well. So that baby could be breastfeeding on one side and they can't get their neck in the right position, and then they go to the other side and they can't get their neck in the right position. That can cause a lot of problems. Why breastfeeding is so important for every baby. One, they get nutrients from the mom. The macronutrients, the proteins, the fats for the nervous system development, and the carbohydrates for energy. That's so important. Immune system. They get their immune system from mom. So when they're drinking that milk, that goes into the baby, it's going to create a better immune system, so they can fight off the viruses and bacteria when they get exposed to them. Their guts are better. Their tummies are so much better. They have bowel movements, many times a day. Makes a huge difference when they're breastfed. So, there's a study done by Chiropractic Economics in 2011. And what that study entailed was over 100 babies were tested, and their mothers. And they looked at 2 variables. It was a month study. They looked at 2 variables. One was weight gain, and the other one was a survey on how the baby adjusted to breastfeeding. And one group was adjusted under chiropractic care, and the other was not. And what they found out was over 75% of the babies getting adjusted had increased weight gain, so they're drinking more, they're getting more milk. And then the mothers' surveys were much more favorable in how well they were breastfeeding and how long they were able to breastfeed for. So chiropractic is very beneficial for those babies right away, to get their spine checked, get that nervous system checked, and so they can latch on and get the breastfeeding done.